This video deals with the Pearson Test of English reading section, reorder paragraphs. So what's the strategy? Firstly, you'll need to identify the sentence that makes sense without connecting it to any other sentences. And this is the first sentence. It should be a generalization or some kind of fact that can stand alone without any other reference to any other sentence. Secondly, identify the key words in the first sentence. And thirdly, look within another sentence for references to the key words in the first sentence, and this is the second sentence. And then lastly, continue this process until you have logically sequenced the text. So we'll need an example, and the example text we'll use is about hippopotami in rivers and lakes in Africa. Here are 5 sentences that make up one paragraph, and of course the sentences are in the wrong order. So we have to apply the strategy that we talked about. So number 1, we have to identify one sentence that can stand alone as a generalization or a fact with no reference to any other sentence. So it's grammatically and meaningfully intelligible without any reference to any other sentence. So pause the video and try and identify that sentence. Did you guess the last one? Okay, so a common hippopotamus can spend up to 16 hours a day immersed in rivers and lakes. This sentence can stand alone, it's a generalization, and it's perfectly intelligible without any reference to any other sentence. And notice the indefinitive article in the beginning and the plural general nouns as objects in the complement phrase in rivers and lakes, which is an adverb phrase. So if you notice, one of the sentences uses indefinitive articles and general plural nouns. That's a clue. It could be the first sentence. It's another way to look at it. Okay, so strategy 2. References. We need to find another sentence that links back to those key ideas in the first sentences. So what are the key ideas in sentence 1? Okay, well, the subject, a common hippopotamus, of course, is a very important idea. And these herbivores in one of the sentences links back to a common hippopotamus. So these two blue highlighted sections go together. So we've got a common hippopotamus, these herbivores. Basically, that's the same thing. The demonstrative of these specifies this object herbivores and links it back to the proper noun hippopotamus in the first sentence. So they go together. So we should put those together. And then in the first sentence, there's another key idea. Something about being in rivers and lakes. So is there another idea somewhere in that sentence with herbivores that refers to water or rivers and lakes? And it looks like there is something. Water. I'm pretty confident these two sentences go together. So I'm going to put the one with hippopotamus in the beginning and then the other one with water and herbivores underneath it. Like that. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is identify another key idea in the second sentence and link it to another sentence. So what's the key? Okay, graze on tropical grasses. That's eat, something to do with eating. Consume, that also means eat. And then it says in one meal, it's all to do with something about eating. Hippopotamus is eating. Okay, is there something about eating in another sentence? Well, it says directly having eaten their fill. They must go together. So having eaten their fill and meal, consume, graze seems to go together. So what's another key idea in this sentence? By daybreak, having eaten their fill, what other key ideas do we have? Okay, it says they return to their daytime resting area. Why do they do it? To rest, digest, and eliminate. So there's an infinitive verb with a comma, base, and then another base verb. So we've got to rest, digest, and eliminate. What is that? It's some kind of group of actions, 3 actions that are all related to each other. Is there anything in the other 2 sentences that links to this idea of 3 actions that are related to each other? Process. A process is a group of actions related to each other, so they must go together. Okay, so I'll link those together. And then what other key ideas are in this sentence? Millions of tons of hippo dung. Okay, what is that? That's basically hippo excrement, hippo poo, entering Africa's aquatic ecosystems every year. Okay, is there anything linked to this idea? Hippos deposits, that's the same as hippo dung, it's synonymous if you like. So I think we're pretty confident here that should be the way it goes. Okay, so that's the basic strategy for the reorder paragraph reading section of the PTE test. So I hope this helps. Apply this strategy, watch the video a few more times, and once you've practiced this strategy a few times, you should be good to go.